Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to the lessons on Sweet Faith, Book 1. Inshallah, today I'll be covering, again, we're still in chapter 2, which is the dua of Sayyid al-Istighfar. We're in the section or lesson, we're in lesson 9, which is Abu'u laka bi ni'matika alayya. Abu'u laka bi ni'matika alayya, which means I acknowledge before you all the blessings you have bestowed upon me. We'll explain this dua more in detail. Abu'u laka bi ni'matika alayya, I acknowledge before you all the blessings you have bestowed upon me. The first word we have here is acknowledge. Acknowledge is to admit and to inform others of something that here it's the blessings that you have been given. So it's first of all the person has to recognize that what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given him it's a blessing. There's many blessings but people don't recognize them. So if you don't recognize the blessing, then it's practically impossible for you to even thank the bestower. It's impossible for you to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the first step of being thankful or grateful is to acknowledge and to admit. But many people do not admit that these blessings are from God. Rather, they might attribute them to themselves or attribute them to other deities. So you say, I acknowledge before you, O Allah. Here we are attributing the ni'mah, the blessing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the creator. By being the creator and for creating us and be the reason why we exist, then that's the greatest blessing. There's no a greater blessing than being created and existing and being in this world, being given the ability to breathe and to live. So you acknowledge this and you attribute it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the blessings, there are many blessings that we have. And وَإِن تَعُدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ, if we try to count Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if we try to enumerate the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we will never be able to comprehend and fully be able to calculate and say this is the amount of blessings that we have. The blessings you have bestowed upon me. So there's many blessings. The greatest blessing is the ni'mah of Islam. Being a Muslim is the greatest blessing. And then being given health is a blessing, and being given a place to sleep and having shelter and being with your family, as the Prophet ﷺ told us in many ahadith. Just simple things that we overlook in our lives. They're really actually a blessing. But some people don't see them. Being healthy, having safety and being in a place where you're amin or safe, or having your food for that day is a blessing. But many people don't even see this as a blessing. The blessings you have bestowed upon me. The word bestowed is more powerful than saying the blessing you have given me, because bestowed entails the meaning of you being honored by the bestower. The one who has given you this has honored you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ, we have honored Bani Adam, because we have been given gifts or blessings that the animals are not being given, like the faculty of intellect and being able to make decisions and to be able to think out of the box, so we can control large animals through the fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the intellect. These animals in the world have become subservient to us because we have been given the rationale. We're able to think logically, and we are able to express ourselves with our tongues. And this is a blessing that we must acknowledge. So, with all the blessings that we have, the blessings which are apparent or hidden, like I'm sitting here now, my heart is pumping and I'm speaking, and my brain is consciously monitoring my breathing and the temperature of my body and all of that. So these are blessings that we don't really recognize, because we're not even aware of them. So by reading this duha, then we are thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for everything He's given us. And what's most important is that the blessings are not used to abuse abuse ourselves, or to waste as well. Time is a ni'mah, it's the greatest, one of the greatest ni'mahs the Prophet ﷺ told us. نعمتان مغبون فيهما كثير من الناس الصحة والفراغ. There's two blessings that many people rip themselves off with, and they give them away cheaply, which is الصحة والفراغ, being healthy and having free time. So these are blessings, and people get lazy, and when they're healthy they don't make use of it, and on the Day of Judgment they regret, and before, when they get old, they regret. So admit and recognize the blessings and make use of them, and use them to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and don't use them to abuse yourself or abuse others. And know that blessings can become a curse if we don't recognize them, we don't use them wisely, and we use them to sin with. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect us. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the understanding. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the tawfiq that we are able to read this dua every morning. Barakallahu fikum.